there, I'm back with some more Q&As. Thank you so much for those of you who've asked questions. If you have got a question for me, you can either ask in the comments on the YouTube videos or you can drop me an email or a DM. So firstly, I've got here Amanda, who said, I'm looking to incorporate more colour into my very neutral work wardrobe. What are your go-to shades to liven up professional outfits? Amanda, it really is going to depend on your colour palette, what suits you. So I really do recommend that you have your colours done. It's something that if you, once you know your palette, you'll be able to see what your accent colours are. And often that's where, those are the things that you can add in as a sort of pop, as an extra. And also just as a general palette, once you know what your palette is, it'll all work together. And I'm a big advocate for not following it slavishly, but just to use it as a really good tool to help you to narrow down your options so it makes shopping easier. And then from that, you can pick out the colours which will help bring some in. And you might find that it might be very little. I hardly wear any colour at all. I mean, look, I've got a blue top on today. This is like, woo, for me. Occasionally I might put a bit of red on or something, but I have very little colour in my wardrobe. So you might not even want to add that much. But if you do want to bring a bit more in, like you've just asked in your question, it's definitely worth getting your colours done. So have a look into that. And as a general rule, you can also, I give a little bit of a description in my book and also a little video that goes with that. But you can find some stuff if you know nothing about colour at all. There's many a YouTube video. But I do recommend if it's something that you want to do, it's absolutely worth getting a professional analysis. And you can get one online. You can go to a company that I recommend called Colour Guru, which is COLORGURU. I'll actually put a link to that. I'm affiliate for them. That's who I recommend you can go to online and just get that done. And you've just got something to go with. And also just to say, sometimes you need to follow your gut on what's right. I've had people who've had colour analysis done by 4 different people and had 4 different colours come back. So as I say, it's really, you can use, there's a little bit of a subjective view there, but also most of the time they are pretty accurate. They're definitely accurate enough for you to get out the gate and just see what tones best suit you. And when you're confronted with your palette, you don't have to use all of them. You can just choose a few that you like the look of. So I hope that's useful. Porvi has said, so my question is about accessories. Is it okay to buy a few basic accessories even if I don't have all my wardrobe pieces in place? For example, I saw a lovely reversible tan black leather belt on sale and a lovely smart back bag. I'm buying clothing slowly, one piece at a time, because I'm quite choosy. So if I have to wait, it could take a long time. But then again, I've always been partial to accessories, so I want an unbiased opinion. Porvi, it's a great question. Yes, definitely. If you see things, buy them now. It's not a linear process building up a wardrobe. It's really cyclical and it's a bit here and a bit there. And sometimes it's just when you see things. For example, sale shopping can be amazing when you've kind of got your general list, but you don't know when you're going to come across that item. So things like belts and bags, when you see them and you know that they're going to be a really great essential for your wardrobe, accessories, absolutely grab them when you see them. Don't wait. Absolutely don't wait. Do that now. So I hope that's useful. Thanks for asking. Jane says, hi Lizzie, I've been following you for a while and I bought your book because I desperately need to change how I look before I go back to work. I'm a teacher. I hope this gets to you in time, Jane. I've had a few years off from maternity leave and I'm much bigger than I used to be. I know realistically that I'm not going to lose the weight before I need to buy new clothes, but it makes me feel sick to invest in me as I am now. Any words of advice? I would recommend you definitely buy some new items for you as you are now and really see it as an investment in yourself. When you gradually lose size, if that's your intention and you definitely are going to lose size, you can get them altered if you go down a size. The other thing I would recommend is that you go on to Vinted. And any of you who watch my videos will have heard me mention Vinted before. It's so brilliant for buying. Obviously it's great for the environment, but you're buying pieces that you can wear now and then you can relist them. You can get fantastic pieces for a fraction of the cost. And also it is a little bit hit and miss because you have to buy things and you don't know exactly what the size is right, but it's really worth some trial and error and you can always just relist the things. And I find it really quite fun. So I do recommend that. But it's really important that you you don't see it as sort of spending money that's waste of money. It's really not important. It's really not a waste of money because it's important for you, and it's an investment in you and your mental health to feel good about yourself. It's so part of going back to work when you've had this break with your, having children, to go back and feeling good about yourself is going to really help your confidence. So make sure that you really do get some pieces. You don't have to spend the earth. You just have to get a few key pieces in. So I hope that helps. And also, do download my 10 top stores, which will give you some ideas of a few brands. Some of them are really high street brands, but if you just need to go and get some basics in, then, without having to go around all of the stores, these are the brands, the 10 brands that I recommend the most across different price points. So if you just need to say, get some navy trousers, I'd say, go to Uniqlo, for example. Just get a few key pieces, and you do not need to spend a lot of money, but you just having clothes that fit you will make you feel so much better. So Jane, good luck going back to work, and let me know how you get on. I'd love to hear. So Davina said, I'm going to my first in-person conference since 2019. I'll be straight off the plane and into the venue, and I'd love to know what the best fabrics and fits for business travel so the clothes aren't wrinkled. Now, generally speaking, for business, I'm thinking you mean smarter. So I think it's really worth getting something with either a bit of man-made fibre in it, which will help it kind of spring back. My absolute favourite is crepe. Just that sort of slightly crepey fabric if you're going higher end. So for example, the fold, it's very difficult for me with these kind of questions when I just don't know you or your price point or anything like that. But say for example, at the higher end where people might be wearing what I would call business suiting, kind of that old school kind of suit look, the fold do this lovely stuff called clever crepe, which is kind of it's sort of springy and it doesn't crease. And then you've also got brands like Dye who do the stretchy feeling, so you can really just get off the plane and walk straight in and you won't have a crease in sight. And then from the more high street brands, really any of the man-made fibres, to be honest, won't crease. So any of the sort of polyester and things are really worth looking at the quality of the brand, and hopefully they'll be recycled and things like that. But man-made fibres generally are the way to go if you really don't want any creasing or some sort of a mix. So Davina, good luck at your first conference. Finally, I'm going to do one more. Stephanie says, any suggestions about emotional spending? Also, when wardrobe planning, I got to a place where I've taken out outfits ready to go, but on that day my mood swings to the left and I'm left digging for other ideas. Any tips? This is such a great, this is actually two questions, isn't it? So first of all, emotional spending. We've all been there, haven't we? Where we just, it's a quick fix to go and buy something new for ourselves. So firstly is to just not plan unless you've planned ahead. So if you've watched any of my videos, you'll have heard me talking about how important it is to consciously shop. So to shop with a list, to shop with one or two items that you're going for that day, that takes away all emotional spending. And if you're really disciplined with yourself. The other thing to do is plan before you go. So I recommend an app, if you haven't seen my video on Moonsift, using an app called Moonsift where you can go and do the look of the shops online before you go, so you know exactly who's got what. You can see who's got what at different price points, and then when you go into the stores or you do your online shop, you know exactly who's got what, and you can compare it, and you're just strategically shopping. It's just the thing that I will always be banging on about. And unfortunately, when then the emotions come into it, it's just really knowing in your heart that once that's spent, often they're the things we end up returning, or if we don't, we've wasted the money. But you know that the hit does not come from that. So it is really just to really be disciplined and walk away, or just call a friend, or just do something completely different. Go and buy yourself some cake, or do something different than just going and buying clothes or something like that you won't wear, and they'll just cause you more emotional stress because they just clog up your wardrobe. Which is going on to your next point about wardrobe planning, where you've asked about taking out outfits and then on the day your mood swings. Now, I personally, I'm a last minute person. I'm not a planner. So I never get ready in my head about what I'm going to wear until I'm actually getting dressed. But if you are a planner, what I would suggest you do is take time to do some outfit building exercises, maybe on a Saturday morning. Really plan out some outfits, take photographs, and have a booklet or have them printed out, or just have a folder on your phone with all your photos of outfits in. And so that you know that you might not want that particular outfit, but you've got another 20 that you can go to. That if you wanted to wear those trousers, but actually you didn't, now it's raining, so you actually decide to put the boots on, you already have worked out that outfit in advance. So a lot of it really is about having the options, not just for that one outfit ready to go, but having at least sort of 10 or 20. And one of the things that I talked about in my Elevate membership is the idea of one item 3 ways. So really to have one item and from that one item create 3 different outfits from it, so that you've got a casual outfit, a medium outfit and a dressier outfit all from one item. So using a hero piece, so a certain pair of trousers, and building up 3 outfits and taking the photos, and then you kind of know, right, I want to wear those trousers, but it's a dressier event, what's my look? And once you've got 1 or 2 in, it's a really easy jumping off point to have more. So that's what I would recommend you do, is just that you've got enough to sort of pivot at the last minute if you've planned in advance. Anyway, I hope all of you have found those questions useful. If you've got any, please do write in the comments and my assistant will pull those all together, or you can send a DM if you're on Instagram to me, or drop me an email. Anyway, thanks so much. I look forward to seeing you again soon.